That's running. Of course, they're going to hear me doing the stupid microphone stuff now. All right. Yep, it's running. I see on my monitoring technical difficulties. Oops. Somebody's got an echo.
Not me.
Oh, now you know what? Temporarily, I don't have any issues in my headphones now. It's probably Chris is probably right. It's the little green men. Probably Chris is probably right. Yeah, Greg, it's you because every time the echo pops up, your box lights up. Imagine that. But however, I mean, you've got the fourth on your side, so that's cool. Thader Jake's with us. William Dawson's a new name I haven't seen in a while. BH Ringer, Jim K3, KJ3N, Chris Garrett. First in tonight was Tony Wallow. Fader Jake was second. Photo Mix Media came in third. And then in fourth place, darn, was checking every few minutes. Third again. Got to be a new military thing. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hit the button. I think it'll play right. Check for audio. Live from the Tony Wallow Studios. It's the Ken Stout Live Show featuring the Zoom homies. Produced by LK Productions. So that looks really crazy. What in the world? Okay, so now I swear someone's hacking into my system. On my
one of those icons.
Yeah, you see the icons, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's called Essential Apps. It's something that just came out today. I got a pop-up for it, and when I logged in, I need to figure out how to make them go away because I don't want them. BH Ringer joins us. Good evening, BH Ringer. Alex Cheek is in the process of joining us. I just wish one time the boy would do it the way I ask and just come in with his microphone on and his camera on, just so that I can show him how this works. But then again, I want a lot of things in life. Yeah, I see these, and I wonder if I click on this one that says apps. Nope, that doesn't make it go away. I bet the plus button means I can add, discover apps. I want them to go away, so that's going to be annoying. But initially, when Zoom came up on my YouTube, you guys were all vertical instead of horizontal like you should be. And I don't know what's going on.
Ian, hold your horses. I'm here.
I know you're here. It says Alex Cheek, and it shows your icon. So
you want me to leave and come back and change the setting where my microphone is not automatically muted and my camera's not automatically turned off?
Look at that. It only took 3 days to get you to understand that. Yes.
Change it before you come back.
Mute him. Exit. Go completely out. And then go into settings and change your settings and then come back in.
He left before you even finished telling him.
I'm not shocked. He's got some good news to tell everybody tonight. And I will tell you guys something later. I spoke to Sean. I spoke to Sean's mom tonight. We'll discuss that after the stream. I have not heard from Mimi still. She was on the chat briefly today.
Da Vinci, yeah.
She was in Da Vinci, yeah, the chat. Poor Mr. Guy. First from Vegas. Yes, Jeff, you once again are first from Vegas. You've got that title all to your little bitty lonesome. Till Sean moves there.
I couldn't really understand her. I guess Jeff Ryman could.
He said he took French 50 years ago and he can still read a little bit of it. Look at that, Alex. Can you speak?
Yes.
So that works just like it should. Now, if I were to mute you.
Make it to where I can't mute me and make it to where I can't unmute. Let me leave and come back and see if I'm unmuted.
I'll give him his wish every time he asks for it. You know, and I was thinking today, I was saying to myself, self, you can't be so doggone mean to Alex. Well,
Sure you can.
Oh,
Bobby
yeah, I love
Warren's
those
got
moments.
issues. He said his computer hard drive broke. That is not good. Now, how were you able to
I
unmute?
appear to be unmuted now.
Well, I have it to where you can't unmute. Hang on, let me make sure I've got that setting correct. Yeah, that allow participants to unmute themselves is actually unchecked, so I take that to mean you can't do it. Can you? You're talking, but we can't hear you. Can you unmute yourself? Did he just shrug his shoulders? Did he seriously go, I don't know? Okay, leave and then come back. And see if you come back with your microphone hot and your camera on, which of course you will. Bonjour. That's about all I can read of that. Mess amiss? Me amiss?
My friends.
Yeah, I'm not going to learn French.
Be bonsoir. Good evening.
Yes.
Oh, so see? Oh my God, the 63-year-old idiot from Indiana knows a little bit more than the professor. So,
Yeah.
how'd my afternoon go? My afternoon went great. Let me turn off my blur.
Get some golf in.
I got golf in. I got in all 18 holes.
Wow.
All right. Par is 58. And you can see right there,
55.
I shot 63.
Oh, wait.
I was +2 on the front and +3 on the back. Until someone, I ain't going to mention any names, I'll just pick out a state, Arkansas, called me as I was walking up on the 14th, having made 3 straight pars, by the way. What'd I get on the 14th, Alex? Oh,
I don't know.
it was the 15th I got the bogey on because I was a little frustrated on that. But overall, it was a good day. It was 49 degrees, partly cloudy when I started.
Wait, you didn't finish the story.
I'm not going to finish the story. I'm going to wait for Gary to get here, and then you can finish the story. And do you really want me to tell them you said call, so I called twice and you didn't answer? Okay, I'll tell them that. Alex texts me and say, call, it's important. So I call twice. Does Alex answer? No. As soon as I put my phone in my pocket,
the door because I know if I talk when the door
can't mute him because I set that up. Doggone it. Anyway.
He was eating.
Yeah.
I was in the process of shutting the door because if I don't shut the door when I start talking on here, it reverberates down the hallway, and I get.
And you had 2 grandchildren there. They were making enough noise to drown out your voice. Anyway, 49, partly cloudy. At the 7th hole, lo and behold, that little yellow thing in the sky came out, and the winds didn't stop, but they subsided a little bit. You would think that would be a good thing. No, that was one of my bogeys. I actually screwed that hole up. And what really upset me on that hole is I really did have a chance to save. Let's see here. Yeah, I shot a 5. I should have shot a 4, which would have been par on that hole. I was so frustrated. But then I got my act together, and I finished +2 on the front 9. So I turned to 10. Sun's still sort of kind of out. Winds pick up a little bit. And I'm thinking, man, if I can shoot even par on the back, this is going to be good. I've already walked 10 holes. I might as well walk the remaining 8 holes. I felt pretty good, actually. Nope. First tee shot, it hit the middle of the lake. Like Caddyshack, where'd it go? Right in the lumberyard. So I played 2 holes the entire time. Here's the interesting thing. I walked 18 holes of golf by myself. There were a grand total of 4 other people out there. One of the guys out there had shorts on. I'm not that crazy. I walked a grand total of 18 holes in just under 2 hours. I was not rushing myself. In fact, I was really taking my time because I'm sure the people that live on the golf course, if anybody was outside, they were probably like, that poor man needs help. He's yelling at himself. And I was. Like, I hit one shot, probably the best golf shot I've ever shot. Well, I could actually say it was this year. R. And I thought it was a little better than it was, but it was straight, and it ended up about this far from the green. And sadly enough, that's the one where I shot a 5 and it should have been a 4. So enough about me. If Gary shows up, that would be good. Wintermute, tell Lewis Rossman. Tell that to Lewis Rossman. Have options. Okay, I'll have to catch up on chat later.
That Mac computers never break.
Oh.
That's what
Yeah.
Chris said.
Oh, he's got a Mac?
Chris is
Yeah.
just joking. I know Chris is just joking.
Bobby Warren has a Mac, and he said that I just made a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah, I get it.
Because somebody told me that they love their Mac so much that the salesman, they believed him, saying that Macs never break. I just thought that was funny.
That's what they say anyway. But I think we have proof in Bobby Warren. Kenny Witten joins us from Louisiana. Stealth Mode's in Florida. Joins us. Jeff is watching on his phone. Sure hope it isn't one of those iMacs or anything that can break. He'd be watching in the middle of the stream. We'll go to say something important and he'll fade out. What does a computer do? It's not a computer. It's a Mac. Well, isn't a Mac a computer? It's just the Apple's
Yes,
version.
it is.
Yeah. Tim Soul, yes, you are muted. Your camera works. Wow. Okay, let's all mute our mics and talk to one another. That'll be fun.
Anybody who tells you that Macs don't break is full of shit.
There you go, Bobby. Coming straight from Jim. By the way, welcome in, Jim. By the way, why didn't I hear the ding?
Because the ding's probably turned off.
Ding dong.
Thank you, Jose. Greg, you have the ding dong responsibilities for the next one.
All right.
Watch tonight be the one night that Gary doesn't show up.
Oh, he'll be here sooner or later. If you would like to go ahead and let the cat out of the bag, the floor is yours. Take it away.
Well, I know Gary's going to get on my case if I tell him about it. But called my internet provider today, and it's going to take them a little bit because they're backed up. But I was told by like 5 or 6 different people today, because I wanted to make desperately sure that this was true, and it is, that I can get 500 meg free of charge.
Ooh.
Only catch is it'll take them till February 13th in order to get up, because they're so backed up and everybody in town is wanting it. So happy birthday to me. I'm getting 500 meg up and down, effective hopefully February 13th. Effective.
Just in time for Valentine's.
Yeah, there you go. And the good news about it, your contract's going to go up by how much?
0.
And how long does that last?
Forever.
I'll buy that for $1.
Was that not on
Good deal.
RoboCop? And then I think, didn't Benny Hill do it as well?
Yeah, RoboCop, it was on. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what they were saying at church tonight too, when I mentioned that after church was over, as we was leaving, because our preacher was told the same thing, and he said something along the lines of, well, it'll be 0 until they hook you up, and then your price will go up. But since I was told that same thing by like 6 different people, 6 different customer service people, and I only asked it like a dozen different ways to make sure they understood it. Hopefully they're telling the truth and it won't go up. They're just trying to get everybody on the fiber network off of the copper.
Hey, Tim, Sal, so What's up with your name?
You're still muted.
You're muted.
Yeah. Your
Yeah, you got
name
a whole
looks like
bunch of.
yeah.
It looks like a whole bunch of extraneous characters after his name. It's weird.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Look who just showed up.
He left.
So, Alex, what was about the internet? Just came at the very, very end.
Basically, the short version is I should be getting 500 up and down by February 13th, free of charge.
For the same way you're paying now or free of charge?
Do what?
Yes, Gary. He's going to not be getting an increase, so in his mind, it's free of charge. It's just
Oh yeah,
remain
I
the same.
thought he was on AT&T. He's on Windstream.
Yeah, he's on Windstream. But the bigger picture here is, and I'm going to let you handle all the, he
I
finally
told you so.
he finally called and followed a. Is our boy finally growing up? Are we going to be proud parents now? If
And
you're
I
talking,
asked
we can't hear you.
Me?
No, Alex.
Go ahead, Alex.
Oh, look at him now. He's like, "Is my settings right?"
I was saying, I asked the woman from church to send me a video so I could see how they wired her house up, because they're going to wire my house up the same way, because she's got fiber optic as well. And basically what it is they've got another box they've got another box that another little box that the fiber optic goes into, and then that box converts the ONT, converts the fiber to Ethernet, and the Ethernet goes directly into the router. So we won't have to. So and then there's a box on the outside. She couldn't show me that because it's dark, but that's pretty much how it.
Well, there's YouTube videos on what the boxes look like about people getting fiber. There's YouTube videos.
I got in a long discussion
Just type in
about
fiber install.
Hey, Tim, we can hear you, and your long name's gone away.
I don't know what that's all about. I logged in a different way. Same credentials, same everything. What the heck?
But your mic wouldn't unmute, and
So I just closed it all down and started over.
yeah, I was having issues earlier.
I did not close the computer down. I just closed everything else down.
Yeah.
But screw you guys. Anyway,
Well,
somebody was trying to ask me a question. I don't know who it was.
Somebody asked you what was the long number behind your name, what that long identification was. That was the only question.
Logged out of that. I logged out of that immediately because something didn't look right. Bye. What was that, Jim?
Well, it was me and somebody else.
Yeah, it was weird, wasn't it? I even saw that on my end and over the YouTube channel. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, it was definitely different.
Somebody freaking hacked me or something. But I'm monitoring everything.
So since Gary's just joined, I'll do the short version. Pars 60 or Pars 58. I shot 63. I did walk 18 today.
Was the wind behind here in front of you?
There were two people coming off playing 14, 15, 16 when I was getting on the fourth hole, and then when I got back around to 12, there was another group of two that were coming up 7. So there was 5 that I know played golf today. The 2 kids, and they were kids, they had on short pants and t-shirts, and I'm like, I'm crazy, but there's no way in hell I'm out here in shorts. So
yeah, the weather out here is crazy right now. I got to work this morning about, I don't know, 4:30. And then the damn truck truck from Kaiser Metal showed up right at 6 a.m. I was like, are you kidding me? There's nobody here. I gotta unload this fucking thing. Oh my gosh. Everything on the back of that truck was for us. I was like, ooh wee. This is a good way to start off the new year. We're getting busy a little bit, but not that much. And we got 3 owners at my company. Dave Count started it. It was, and him, a bunch of guys got together in our garage somewhere, and whoever that lady was that had that really bad paragliding accident up in Dunlap, I believe it was. Yeah, Dunlap. He didn't get her strapped in all the way, and it paralyzed her. And that's how Quickie Wheelchairs got started. I did a lot of research on it when I first moved out here back in 2004. The other company was actually right across the street from me, Pelco, surveillance cameras. They lost their butt.
Ian,
They
forgive me.
they wasn't ahead of the digital technology.
Do what, Alex? You started to say
I was
something?
just saying, forgive me for just now noticing this, but what are those icons on the right-hand side of your Zoom window on the screen?
You're just going to have to rewind and watch it. I'm going to follow in carrying Doug's footsteps. If you join us on time, son, you can see what that was. Just go back.
I see technical difficulties. Please stand by on the left, right hand. I mean the left. Oh, do you want right or left? The left
If you're
bottom
seeing
hand corner.
my technical difficulties, Tim.
I don't see any technical difficulties.
You
I'm
just said I
confused
see
and don't know
technical
what I'm doing.
difficulties. All right, so the things Alex is referring to is over here on the right-hand side of Zoom. It's called Essential Apps. They just popped in today. I need to figure out how to get rid
Is
of
that
them.
on YouTube?
Yes.
Zoom.
No, it's on YouTube is where you can
it's
actually
not
see
on
them.
Zoom.
Oh, well, okay, so it's on my Zoom, and it is being broadcasted over YouTube because the window picks up the entire Zoom window.
Is that are those essential apps part of Windows that Microsoft's pushing, or are they part of Zoom?
It's part of Zoom.
Zoom's essential apps for the pro or business.
Whoa. We
You're
don't
fine.
see none of these apps on my Zoom or yours or anybody else, right?
If you look at, they may only appear because Ken's the host, but if you look down at your bottom menu where like your share screen and stuff is, there should be a button that says apps.
Oh, I don't go into
Yep,
there.
there is.
That's where you
share
see
screen,
all that
record,
BS.
reactions, and then apps. Okay, wait a minute. You might got me thinking about something. What if I click on this? Okay, you know what? Who can start a collaboration is currently checked. All participants. That's going to be changed. That's changed. Who can start a collaboration when someone is already in a collaboration?
Now your YouTube channel, your mouse is just floating over us in the Zoom meeting.
Yeah, because I have a box open.
But that's cool. I know what you're doing.
I was hoping there would be a thing in here that says turn these off, but there's not.
It's probably in the main.
Did you click the apps button?
You got.
I did, and here's what happens. Now you're gonna have to watch the Zoom or the YouTube. When you click a button, that's what happens.
Oh no!
Playbooks by.
I mean the word apps at the bottom of the screen. That's what.
Yeah, that's yes.
Yeah.
Wintermute. That's what I clicked on down here, and when I do that, it brings up the little box that says, "All right, make this damn
discover
thing.
other apps."
Right. Oh, it's gone. Yay! How'd I do that?
Don't you hate that when don't you hate
Just
that?
push the buttons until the doggone thing goes away. So I got a tech question, since I've got all you technical minds here. First, I'll cover Bobby Warren's situation. He has to get a new modem or router or both.
But he already did.
I don't know. I'm just going off of what chat says.
Talked about that a couple weeks ago.
So ponder that while I run this by you. My DaVinci Resolve locked up and froze twice today.
Oh shit!
Yes, that's not what I
Is that
said.
why I got so many notifications today?
No,
No,
no.
I
Has
got
there been an
more than
update
normal
to?
from you today.
You got what, Tim?
I got more than normal notifications today from YouTube.
Do me a favor and
From your
count them and let me
channel.
know, and then I'll tell you how many you should have had.
Oh, it was
Doug
3.
had an extra stream. You get those notifications?
Yeah, I got those too, but I automatically ignore those things and I watch them later. Sometimes I watch them while I'm at work.
Does your
Hey.
employer know you're watching him at work?
Sure.
Dude,
Gary.
I can run 3 machines and watch a podcast or YouTube video at the same time.
Well, how do you watch a podcast?
I watch with my eyes. I'm not sure how you guys do it. Log Dog says maybe try running a full memory test.
There are video podcasts.
No, that's true, but well, okay.
I listen to part of it and I watch part of it. And I
Hey, the tolerances on your machine doesn't have to be exact.
But sometimes when 3 machines are sitting there still for an hour and you have nothing to do, watch YouTube. Still make good money.
So I have to tell a kind of a personal story. Some of you will understand this. Some of you will not see the humor in it. Some of you will. So right after Doug this morning, I went outside in my shorts, my flip-flops, and t-shirt. I'm walking around just checking the weather. It was sunny and it was halfway good. And I wanted to check something out in the backyard. So I go to the backyard and I'm walking around. I'm checking everything out. I come back in and Mrs. K goes, "Where you been?" I'm like, "I was outside." She goes, "There was some guy walking around our backyard just now." And I went, I looked at her and went, "Really?" I said, "By chance, did he have on short pants and a t-shirt?" "He did." "How do you know that?" I go, "'Cause it was me, your husband of 15 years. Oh, Lord.
Never mind.
That's a good one. It's funny.
No, it's scary, Tim. It really is scary.
Scary.
Well, did you try
to? It is funny though.
Well, it's funny, but yet it's scary. I said, "Did you try to call somebody?" "No." "Did you try to text me?" "No." "Did you think to get up and see who it was?"
Didn't do
"No."
shit.
Just sat there and watched her TV and oh, look, there's a guy out there walking around the yard.
Did she
What's that?
did she got up and get a pan from the kitchen?
Do what, Jose?
Did she got up and got a pan from the kitchen?
She never. Well, I don't know. I was outside. She may have done that. I don't know. And she was not joking. She was 100% serious. She did not realize it was me. So I think now I'm like, okay, I'm going outside. I'm going to the backyard. I'm going in the front bathroom. I don't know what I got to do.
I wouldn't even bother with it. If you gotta go out there, you just go. You don't have.
I could really have some fun with it to go. I go get the neighbor across the street and go.
Then she'll see you go across again. Well, guess what?
I'll get myself in trouble. William Dawson says, "I use the ISP modem with the Netgear RAXE 500 router, but you can find good routers that will fit your needs at Amazon. Kerry's been doing some reviews on routers on his channel. Get you a big GPS tracker."
He's been a little more. He's been a little more than obsessed with routers recently. I don't know. I don't understand it.
Yes, I agree. Just a tad.
Let's get off the router crap. It was kind of cool to see Mitch on the show the other day, and Doug.
Yeah, it was.
But
so, any thoughts on what's going on with my DaVinci?
Have you checked for an update?
I noticed you had a lot of Chrome processes running, like 74.
I had like
that's a lot
2
of tabs.
things on Chrome running, but apparently there were a lot. Yes, And no, I haven't checked for an update because I usually get a
Like
pop
maybe-
up and it says updates available.
I don't know if it had an effect, but I would shut it down and see if DaVinci does the same.
Well, I shut everything down and restarted the computer, and it still froze again. That's what's concerning. But I will shut all Google down since I got to be up till 5:30 in the morning. I'll experiment later and see. It's just frustrating as all doggone, you know what, HE double hockey sticks. Oh, that's the other thing. I'm so proud of myself. I only swore one time today. Anybody want to take a guess what hole that was on? I'll give you 2 hints. One of them was it was between 13 and 15.
14.
Right when Alex called.
The 14th hole when I called you with.
Do you use an ad blocker
Greatest
kit?
news on the planet. At least to me.
I do. I use you block it, I think is what it's called, maybe. I don't know. I do have an ad blocker.
You block Origin?
Yeah.
Ken, it was 14 and a half.
Okay. Just when you have that many
Chris,
tabs
go back.
open, they can
14 and
cause
a half.
problems
Okay, I got you.
without an ad blocker.
Holy
I
crap.
could try that too, actually. All right,
This
what am I
is
doing?
just one of 4 storms coming at us.
I do have one concern though about this new internet.
Of course you do.
New internet install.
Give Taurus in the mouth. I swear to God,
What's your concern?
it'll be too
My
fast.
concern is our preacher. Our preacher was going to get it, and when they came to install it at our preacher's house, the guy said, "You see that pole all the way over there? I'm gonna have to run it all the way over there into your house because they don't have a pole right at his driveway."
Can I be your preacher for just 1 second? Let me be the preacher for just 1 second. Wow.
No, you know what mine is? Thank you, son.
Exactly. It's his job to go to the damn pole and run the line. Was he wanting to pay him?
No, let me finish it because he said that the guy said that they would have to dig from the pole to his house, so the preacher didn't get it.
I'll bring you some lemonade, son.
They have to reschedule.
So let me guess. They came out to put it in his house. The guy didn't want to do it, so he said, "This guy's not real sharp. I'm going to tell him something about that pole over there, and hopefully he's going to cancel the order," which he did. Am I following that correctly?
No,
You're not. You're not following it correctly.
Okay.
I will tell you exactly what happened. They showed up. The pole was too far away. They had to dig. They don't have a ditch witch with them, so they had to reschedule.
They probably got to call 811 first.
Did you see BH's message?
and I'm just hoping since we got a pole right by our driveway, I'm hoping they won't have to dig and they can just run it off that pole.
Well, if they can't, then it's just going to be a couple more days before you get it.
To interrupt, I'm sure they should know where the pole's at and where your house is. I think he was earlier, I would guess would be. But I disagree with you, Jim. I don't know how deep they're digging. They're not bringing out a ditch witch for 8 inches, and they're not going deep in Arkansas.
No, I'm not saying they're going that deep, but whatever.
In Arkansas?
They don't have any we have frost up here at freeze level. Down there, 8 inches is enough, and I'm being serious.
I would think so. BH, give it a try now, please. I forgot to set that back. That's my fault.
Before you dig, they say you get a lot of fines if you don't call that 811 and you cut a wire.
Hello, Wintermute.
Chris, you're partially right, but if they're digging less than like a foot, they don't have to call. Because nobody's got less than a foot down for calling.
I see Rick survived his day. Hi, Rick.
Hey, hello.
Did you make any new friends yesterday?
It was today, right?
For today?
I've obviously missed something.
Well, some of us or most of us guys have been there.
Oh, I'm just hoping they don't.
Do you remember the movie Fletch? I think it was Fletch. When Chevy Chase went in to get something done, and the guy takes his finger and he puts the glove on and snaps it.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was today.
Yes.
Yeah. You're not talking about that one. You're talking about that one.
Yeah, colonoscopy.
Well, whatever it was he had done, he went Moon River.
Yeah, the glove is routine. I mean,
yeah. Well, that was back then. Now they put a camera up there, and it's going to be a short on YouTube tonight.
Yeah. Speak for yourself, young man.
Jim, oftentimes the guy doing the installation doesn't do the digging. True, they have a different crew to do it. The kind of way, yeah, that's how they are here. Because if you remember when we moved in here in March, I originally wanted to go with whatever Comcast or whatever it is. They came out to do it, and the guy said he couldn't do it because the box, it's 2 driveways over. There was a break in the line between there and my house, and they're going to have to dig it out and put a new line in. The second guy that came out said,
"You went with another company, which I can't do."
Right. I had the luxury of the second guy came out the next day, and he said, "Why do you want us? You have a hot AT&T box on the side of your house. All you got to do is call them. The motor will be here Monday. Plug and play. You're good to go." And that's what happened. So not only did I get what I have, I got it for cheaper. I was going to pay more for 300 gig than I got right now. So it worked out good. It worked out.
Lawn dog is correct, sort of, but in our area, the 3 counties I had told you about last night, Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb, if it's in your yard, they dig. They don't have somebody dumb for 20, 30 feet up to your garage. They have the schmuck do it. It's there. He may not want to do it. I agree with Jim, but they do not have the ditch witch. Because most of the houses I have are in underground wiring, and for cable and fiber, they don't go deep.
Somebody left.
Well, the preacher said the guy told him that they can either go above or below, and hopefully they can do one of the two, and not have to.
Oh, I mean that's neighborhood. We have
schedule me for another month down the road.
In our city, we have nothing except for on the street, straight main streets. Nothing on the houses are above the ground. That way, trees can't knock over power lines on your property.
Oh, Tim left. Maybe he was having technical issues. He's having them earlier tonight, that's for sure. They use a lot of directional boring for cables now, stealth mode in Florida says. That's a pretty cool little machine, actually. They were doing that in Charleston. And that was 50-50. Some of them they were burying in the ground, and some of them they were putting in the yard. The street that I lived on was up on the poles. 2 streets over, they were putting it in the ground. So it makes, whatever's the easiest for them to do, I'm sure is what they're going to do.
Well, now with ours here, they had to go underneath concrete, so they had to do the boring machine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they had to go under my driveway to install a gas line. That was fun.
That was not some schmuck with a shovel. I agree.
Yeah.
So come the 13th of next month, hopefully, Alex, you're going to come on here and you're going to show us your speed test, and that's going to be the end of speed test, right? We're not going to see any more.
No, it'll never stop.
We'll never see the end.
First of all, it's 487, not 500.
Really.
Speed test is his OCD.
And when I asked them about the speed, they said it could be anywhere from 500 all the way up to like 700 and something. But 500 is the minimum both directions.
Yeah, huh? They didn't say 480.
They didn't say up to.
Yeah, up to 500. No.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, typically when they say up to, at least the way my wiring is, I've been able to get over their up to, because they've been saying up. I've supposedly been getting up to 50 for the past 3 years, but I've actually hardwired. I can push 60.
Isn't industry standard they guarantee 80%? Or am I just thinking I heard that somewhere?
No, the key phrase is always up to. It's always up to. They always want to make sure that they've got a buffer.
The only way they're not going to say up to is if you have a service level agreement, which basically means that you have a business plan with them. That's the only way they're not going to use the words up to.
Well, I'm calling mine in the morning. I'm 905 down and 247.4 up. That's just unacceptable. Terrible.
I tell you, if it's better than
Or can.
if it's better if what I get after they do this install is better than 100, I'll be shouting for joy.
Well, 100 is what I have both up and down, and it never seems to vary much above that.
Ken, where do you test yours at to get your speed?
My computer, where do you test yours at to get your speed?
No, I mean,
Oh, you mean location?
Which server? I'm serious. I can't get above 2 gig, any 1.5 gig anywhere.
Well, I'm running the Ocola one now, or however you say it, and it's out of Cicero, Illinois, and it's 932 down, and it's going to be at least 930 up.
And you're paying for 2 gig, right?
1 gig.
Oh, yeah, that's the problem. I can't get above 1.3 anywhere, 1.5.
Yeah, 932 down, 940 up, and that's through Ocola. The other one, just the regular internet one, was horrible numbers. I mean, again, it's fine. It serves all the purpose I need. I'm sure that has nothing to do with why my freaking DaVinci didn't run.
No, it doesn't.
It's computer related.
The other one doesn't tell me where it's out of when I run it. It just runs it. Where you do internet, or you type in speed test and hit the first one.
It does
unless
tell
it
you,
does
but it tells
at
you
the
in
end.
small print. It tells you in small print that's too small for your
Chicago.
eyes.
885 4 down, 252 4 up, latency 6 milliseconds out of Chicago. My internet connection is very fast. Your internet connection should be able to handle multiple device streaming, HD videos, video conferencing, and gaming at the same time. Oh, good. Let me start Fortnite on another screen.
Hey, stealth mode, where do you get the 36 for cable and 48 for fiber? I can't find it, and I'm in Florida too, and I don't see it. There's no voltage on either one of those. You stick them in a glass of water and swim in it. It won't do you any harm. Tampa does not have a requirement of any depth. Matter of fact, they don't care.
Now I know that what I'll be hearing after this install is why are we paying for 500, but I'm not seeing 500 on my phone or whatever from my mom. That's what I'll be hearing, and my answer will be, well, because you can't hit 500 over Wi-Fi without upgrading, getting a new router.
What router do you have for Wi-Fi?
Or at least I've never been able to hit 500 over, not even on the school's connection that they all have a gig. I was only able to get like 200 or 300.
What Wi-Fi router and what Wi-Fi card do you have? With 6, I can get, with Wi-Fi 6 and 6E, I can get 6,800 if I'm close to the router. I can't through walls in the house, but I mean in the router, I can get that speed.
So if you pay for 500 down, you're going to get about 480.
That depends on, when you're talking about speeds that high, that depends on what kind of router you get. If you're not hardwired and you're just going over wireless, you're talking probably 200-300.
No, you're talking the speed of the Wi-Fi to the router. If you have a 6E router and 6E wireless card, you'll get 1 gig to the router. You will get 500 to the internet. 6E Wi-Fi card will do 1 gig all day if you're close enough to the router. I mean, 30 feet.
Yeah, if I have a Wi-Fi 6 Wi-Fi card in my computer, but I'm still I don't have a Wi-Fi 6 router at the moment.
Yeah, both ends got to be.
It's got to match. That's kind of what I'm saying. Sorry, not to interrupt in a minute, but yeah. You might have 500 meg coming with your internet, but if you got a 10 meg internet adapter in your computer, you're not going to get 500.
Well, I've never known anybody that needs full 500 on their phone anyway. I mean,
What router do you have, Alex?
most people 100 or 200 is sufficient on your phone, but on your computer, I like to get on the computer. I want to get all that I can get.
Alex, what Wi-Fi router do you have? Brand name.
Are you out of your Balkan mind?
Do what, Gary?
Please help me. What Wi-Fi router brand name do you have and model?
It's the same. It's the same one Ken has. It is a Netgear AC 1750, 1 gigabit wireless AC.
AC is the problem. You need AX.
AC can do.
Yeah, it can, but
You can do over a gig.
they usually top out about
It varies. Are you using 5 gigahertz, Alex?
probably.
Yes, on Wi-Fi. Yes.
Okay.
You should get a lot better than 200 though.
Yeah.
But if he's only going on at 60, I'm surprised it says 200. I want to know where he's getting that at, to be honest with you.
Now, I was referring to what I would get when I would run a speed test on the school's gigabit connection using a wireless AC access point.
And how close? Well, access point slows down, not the router.
William Dawson asked in the chat room, have you ever updated the firmware of the router?
Yes. And my current Netgear router is as current update as it can get, but I cannot upgrade I cannot manually check for a firmware upgrade on the ISP router. They do that automatically without my consent.
That's Spectrum. You're paying 300 for Spectrum 300.
So I'm sorry, Gary, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but you just said your ISP upgraded their firmware without your consent?
It's their router, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. They're not going to call you and say, Alex, we'd like to upgrade our firmware on our router. Is that okay with you? I'll be right back. I got to go scream and get a coffee.
Yes,
And
except
yes,
for
I'm
the
drinking
fact
coffee.
that I don't rent their router, even though it's their router. Technically, I own their router.
It's theirs or it's yours. If you paid for it, it's yours, not theirs.
Yeah, are you releasing it? Yeah.
So you actually paid $300 or $400 for it back in the day, and it's been yours ever since.
Right. If he bought it outright, it's his router. And then what he said is a factual statement. But if it's still showing up on their system as their router, then yeah, they're going to do what they want to do.
If you lease a car, it's a lease car. It's not your car. If you lease a router, it's their router.
Well, when they do it, they don't mess up the speed or anything. The only thing it messes up is it resets the
wireless network.
The timer on there. It tells me how many days it's been up for, and when it almost hits 100, and they do a firmware update, it's like, oh man, it almost hit 100, and they
around here they bounce the router.
Like to get a screenshot of that.
Spectrum around one of the cities close by, like Farmington Hills, they bounce the routers routinely every 2 weeks. That way, their argument is they hold off the calls because instead of having you unplug it, they unplug it from the other side, basically.
When I say 100, I mean 100 days of uptime constantly.
I know what you know, but I'm saying here they do it. They basically renew your IP by bouncing your side of the router automatically. They don't even do it manually. Just send the whole signal down the whole line cable.
I keep the same IP address for 2-3 months at a time sometimes.
And you'll survive without that log.
Oh, I know. I'm just complaining, or whatever you call it. For
anyway, I got one. This was literally today. I got a letter. I always like these letters that come to resident, because I always want to be the resident of the United States. If anybody's ever heard that line. Anyway, Spectrum cable up to the fastest 300 meg, not gig. I would say $49. Okay. Cable, not fiber. Then I have another letter addressed to my wife with the name we use, not our name. So they got it off of some service, not, anything official. 500 gig, excuse me, I said 300 for 49. The ad with her name on it came 500 gig for 39. So 300 gig was $49 to a resident, to name 500 gig for 39. Did I say that right? Yes. Same time, same spectrum. And we don't have spectrum available here in the city. They're not contracted with our city.
Long Dog says he has Spectrum cable and he guesses it's 100 megabytes per second. He's actually getting 105 with AC Wi-Fi, which is 40 feet from the router. I can run multiple computers in front of me on the internet. I just want to be able to run DaVinci Resolve. That's about all I want to do right now.
I have a serious question. Does DaVinci Resolve call home while it's online or while you're running it?
That I don't know. I just find it odd. I've been using it for a while now, and it hadn't locked up in a long time. And today it twice. Really, really frustrating.
Is it your Fortnite computer?
I only have one computer, so that answer would be yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Can I show something?
I don't know. Can you?
Let me answer that. Depends on what it is.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll come back to my thoughts in a second. Come on, Alex. Some of us are old and we could die before you show us this.
Hang on. So this is the video the woman from church sent me of how it's connected. I got the sound muted.
We don't need to be there for a while.
Anyway, it's coming in. The fiber's coming in the hole right there.
Jesus, did they put a big enough hole in the wall? I mean,
remember they let the dog in through that hole? What was that, doggy door?
Yeah, really. Okay, we'll set up.
Then that Ethernet cable, that white Ethernet cable is connected to that box, which provides the fiber power, and that cable from the Ethernet cable from that white box goes into the router.
Right.
Can I ask a question, which is going to seem really dumb? By the way, Melissa Day Shaw, you shouldn't have showed that. By her putting her router, is the Wi-Fi going straight out the window, sitting on that windowsill?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. I have learned something. All right, to answer Gary's question with a question, which I actually hate doing, what difference does it make if Fortnite's on this computer or not? Fortnite was not running at the time.
I'm not in Fortnite or a game streaming or Epic. I mentioned to Wintermute. Is there any vestiges of Fortnite or the streaming service still on? That was just my thought.
You're talking about the client. You're talking about the client that runs in the background.
Right.
Epic client will stay on unless you close it down.
I'm asking. I'm not on his machine, and I've never ran it, so I know nothing.
If you run Fortnite, the EA client runs in the background.
Okay, so if you shut everything down and restart your machine, does it not keep it turned off until you
restart it automatically?
If when it installed, it might have put itself in startup.
Yeah, it starts with Windows or will.
Turn it off.
Just look for the icon in the system tray.
It's not there. That's why I'm asking.
Okay. It's not.
Then it's not running at the moment.
I would prefer.
It might have been running the first time around because I had played it earlier, and I know it wasn't running the second time because I shut everything down and restarted the computer. So I would
still check services. I'm a show me guys. Check services. I have some stuff that runs for Visual Studio, and the icons don't show up because I shut all the dumb icons off, but it runs in the services.
Even though you shut all the dumb icons off?
I don't use the icons. I use it inside the Visual Studio. So I don't ever launch the icons. I launch the studio.
Huh. Stealth mode says it is on stream.
On Steam.
Steam. Oh, I can't read. I can't help it. I'm going blind.
That's why I'm here to help you.
No, Fortnite is not on Steam. I think it's on Epic
Fortnite, yeah, it's
only.
on Epic Games or EA or something.
Yeah,
Epic.
That's why I said stream, not Steam. Steam is a different one, correct? And again, I'm not a
Well,
gamer.
Steam's a whole different thing. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Me neither.
Steam is Valve. So.
Oh my god. Email. Taking wild guesses which state that sits next to Delaware and Ohio it's from. You'll see how.
Pennsylvania.
There you go.
Yep.
I don't want to get divorced.
I know I'll forget somebody, but I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. And I'll go back to the studio because it generally gives me from the very beginning. Tony Wallow was in here first. Fader Jake was here. That's good to see him. He didn't say a whole lot. I wish he would participate a little bit more. Photo Mix Media, great guy. Chris Garrett, BH Ringer. Jim was there. William Dawson was there. Tim Soul was there briefly, but that boy was having problems tonight. Robert Michael had joined us earlier. Bobby Warren was with us. I really hope he gets his internet and computer problem resolved. I think if I understand the comments correctly, his hard drive on that Mac crashed, and he's wanting to put a solid state drive in there, and I have no idea it's a Mac. Jeff
Yeah,
Ryan,
it's not hard. It's not hard.
Stealth mode, Kenny Witten. Did I forget anybody? Greg, did I mention your name yet?
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure.
I was listening.
I don't like those nasty emails you send. And stealth mode. I believe that's everybody, so I'm going to do a hard shutdown